Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. It's round, I don't know what round it is actually, round 19, I think, of our season. Yes, round 19 of Season 4. We're heading to Texas, to the Circuit of the Americas for the American Grand Prix. Well, as the title suggests, we're about to start, I think, a downward trajectory in terms of race results and potentially in the well, maybe not in the constructor standings. I think this is where our pace starts to fall away from us to a point where it's going to be really tough for us. COTA is going to be a hard weekend. Mexico could be okay. Brazil's going to be a nightmare. And then maybe Vegas, maybe Abu Dhabi, if our car still has strong straight line speed. But yeah, we've got to get through COTA first. This one's going to be really, really tricky. We've got car parts that need to be replaced. Let's go ahead and put new wings on the car. I swore I did this last time. There we go. Right, so let me see what I've got in terms of spare parts. I've got one spare rear wing, and one's about to go. My rear wings, I think, are only good for a few races. Yeah, we'll have to chance it, I think. Yeah, can't really spend any more money. 15.5 mil sitting in the bank, ready and waiting. Dirk de Beer, we'll be talking about him in a little while. All right, let's advance some time and get ready for COTA. Yeah, I know about the cost cap. Start of a new month. Okay. So currently our car is still looking all right in terms of speed. We've still got the best DRS, best top speed. Cornering downforce, low speed isn't too bad. That's good. Medium speed isn't great. High speed's not too bad. Maybe we'll do a little bit better here than I worried about. Dirty air cornering is now pretty average, 11th, 13th and 11th. Drivers, how did they update themselves over the last month? A point in braking for Mick and 2 points in defending for Mick as well. Oscar got a point in control. He's now 91 in control. And his defending has gone up a point as well. I think... what is he on? He's on wheel-to-wheel racing right now. That was to try and boost his overtaking and braking. I'm going to put him on short-run pace again. Try and get his pace stats up a bit more. Let's have a look at Mick. I think I'm going to do the same with Mick as well. Just try and boost their pace a little bit more. How did Ollie develop over the last month as well? He had a couple of runs in the car. Got a point in smoothness and a point in accuracy. Not a bad month. Williams have introduced a new side pod, and they are apparently working on a new rear wing. Aston Martin grumbling as they are not performing well. Get some training done. Speed level's really low right now, which is excellent. means I can focus on some speed training. There we go. Actually, for this final week, we'll go back to balancing between skill and a little bit of car building in there as well. Put a bit more in at the end of this week. There we go. Excellent stuff. How you doing, Mr. Water? Good to see you tonight. All right, what's our weather report going to be? Sunny, with a little bit of cloud on the sprint. Interesting stuff. All right, we're up to 21 million, which is a nice amount to have. So now that we've arrived, let's go ahead and slap on an upgrade. So we want to upgrade the wind tunnel for next season. There we go, that's 12 mil. And we've still got 9 mil to get a refurb in on the design center and the CFD when they break, which is nice. Everything there is okay, just about. Let's see what our car looks like going into COTA. Again, taking another little bump in the downforce, but our speed remains strong. Now, this is another one of those tricky circuits. The section by speed, there's a lot of low-speed corners and a lot of high-speed corners. There's only one medium-speed corner, so our worst area of downforce shouldn't be too much of an issue, but downforce in general, not the greatest. However, got some very strong speed, so that long back straight with the DRS zone should be quite a potent opportunity for us to get an overtake, hopefully. Maybe the main straight going up the hill into turn 1 as well. Those are our two best opportunities to get an overtake in, I think. We'll have to see how we do through the rest of the track. Let's set some targets for tonight. The incentive is both cars in Q3 would be nice, but I'm not guaranteeing that. I'm going to guarantee 1 in the top 10, so let's go 2 in the top 13. Both cars into Q2. Finish position 2 in the top 10, again, would be nice, but we'll see how we go. Fastest lap? No. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. Finish position streak 1 in the top 12 for 2 races, just need to finish that off. And the quali streak, which is 3 in the top, 3 of 5 done, 2 in the top 14, should get that done tonight as well, which means we'll be able to finish that off in Mexico. How you doing, Chris Naps? Let's head to COTA.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. We're in Austin, but there are no wild cowboys on the track this weekend, just some serious horsepower. It's sure to be a race to remember. The track in Austin is a contradiction. It's high speed, but drivers need a decent amount of downforce to make good on overtaking. Having the grip to outbrake opponents here is key.
This time, teams have 2 races to contend with, as a sprint race will decide the starting order for the weekend's Grand Prix.
Now let's get the weekend underway.
Prepped and ready. So again, it's a sprint weekend, so we're not putting Ollie in the car tonight. We will run with medium tyres in this session. We're going to go with 16 laps for COTA. It is quite a long lap. And let's start with an 8, a 13, a 2.8, a 3.4, and a 0.05. There we go. We'll swap out the parts as we always do as well. There we go. Now for Oscar, again, we want to go medium tyres. Anything else on analyst? And let's see. Let's go with an 8, 12.5, a 1.9, a 3.5, and a 0.7. And again, we'll swap out some parts. What I may well do is I may run Oscar's 50% engine tonight. Save what's left of his other engine for Mexico, Vegas, and Abu Dhabi. Because we're not going to be quick here, but we've got a chance to be quick there. So I'm not expecting great things from Oscar's car tonight. Hopefully Mick can put in a solid shift for us. Right, let's send them to the track. We'll get them out on the track, and then it's time for us to do our usual free practice chinwag. And we have a lot to talk about this weekend. Whoa, what a weekend it was for Formula One. Not necessarily the greatest of races, but so much drama. The guys at Netflix at Drive to Survive will be absolutely creaming their pants with all the drama that's going on right now.
Yeah, copy, see. Watch those curbs.
Copy.
So, let's start with a quick rundown of the teams themselves. Mercedes had issues. They had a lot of overheating issues. George had some serious battery issues. Both drivers needed to do lift and coast because of the overheating, which they reckon cost them about half a second a lap. That might be a little optimistic, but who knows. And Hamilton's seat broke. So, not a great race for Mercedes. Hopefully they will be better in Jeddah, because they did show some glimpses of some pace, but some issues as well. Ferrari, wow, what a disaster for Charles Leclerc. His brakes at the front had a 100-degree difference between one side of the car and the other side at the front, which is why he kept locking up. That brake was just 100 degrees hotter than the opposite corner, and it was just killing his car. It took a good chunk of time for that to calm down enough for him to actually start getting some pace out of his car. Sainz looked impressive. Sainz looked very impressive. Was very pleased to see how aggressive he was in the overtaking. I think the fact that he knows he's going at the end of the year means he's going to be more aggressive this year, as if to for two reasons. One, it'll look good for teams that he's going to try and negotiate with to get a new seat. Two, it sticks two fingers up at Ferrari saying you should have kept me. Yeah, I'm excited to see how he's going to handle this year. I think he could be a real feisty one this year. What is going on at Alpine? What a disastrous weekend for Alpine. 19th and 20th in qualifying. And then Matt Harmon and Dirk de Beer have both resigned as well. They're gone. There's a new three-man technical chief structure being put in place to replace Matt Harmon. Not sure who's taking over the aerodynamics role yet from Dirk de Beer, but yeah, Be interesting to see if they make their way into the new game or not, or whether they get replaced. I would imagine they get replaced, and if that's the case, will they be available on the transfer market or out of contract members of staff? But yeah, bit of a shocking weekend for Alpine. They finished 17th and 18th in the race, but that's only because of issues for Bottas and Sargent. Otherwise, they would have finished last as well. Yeah, absolutely disastrous weekend for them. And then we've got RB and the issues with Ricciardo and Yuki. Obviously, there was a lot of arsiness, shall we say, from Yuki when he was asked to hand over the position to Ricciardo, which Ricciardo said in interviews afterwards that it was something that had been pre-discussed because there was a high likelihood that he would be on soft tyres in the final stint and would have a greater pace advantage. And that he should expect the call if that would be the case. You know, that was something that was pre-agreed, apparently. Yuki acted like such a petulant little child. I can understand his frustration, given that he was trying to get his way past the Haas of Magnussen, I think it was. But he'd been behind for a few laps and just completely unable to get past. And eventually he pulled over and let him through. And then on the cool-down lap, he brake tested Ricciardo after diving up the inside to retake the position on the cool-down lap, locking his wheels in the process, and then came back on the track at such an aggressive angle that he nearly hit his teammate. I think Yuki has just written himself out of the chance of ever getting into the Red Bull second car if Perez, if and when Perez goes. I think he's just lost that opportunity through his, childishness and petulance on display there. Very, very stupid. I've no idea why he thought that would be a good thing to do, but that is Yuki for you, I suppose. It just seems so stupid for him to have done that. Right, let's try that setup there for Mick, and we'll bump an extra few laps of fuel in just in case. Take a look at Oscar. Ooh, yeah, okay, so that has to be a 13.5. I do not have a 13.5. So this is going to be a brand new setup. I'm going to have to wing this one in its entirety. Okay, so it can't be that. So it's got to be like that, which means that might not be enough. Oh. Let's try that. See if that works. Be surprised if it does, but you never know. Again, just in case, we'll throw in an extra few laps of fuel. So yeah, a lot of friction already at Team RB, and as I say, Red Bull have shown a lot of patience with Yuki Tsunoda, a lot more than they've shown some of their other drivers. They didn't show much patience for Kvyat, for who else? Alguersuari is another old one back from the Toro Rosso days who didn't really get much of a chance. Sebastian Bourdais is another one who again didn't last very long, wasn't really given much of a chance. Scott Speed, more recently Justin Hartley came in, didn't last very long, in the AlphaTauri / Toro Rosso / Team RB group setup. Yuki's been there for a while now, but I think he might be on the way out at the end of this year if he doesn't calm the fuck down, and right now. Especially with Honda coming in a Honda leaving as well, as they're going to switch over to Ford. I think we could maybe see Yuki being shown the door, which might set him up for a move over to Aston Martin, perhaps, who are getting Honda engines soon. That would be an interesting one. Speaking of Aston, not great pace. Their simulations predicted that they would finish 9th and 10th, which bore out to be true. It'd be interesting to see if they can find some performance soon, but not a great start. And the longer they stay down at the bottom of the points like that, the more likely it is that Alonso is going to exercise his options and try and find a seat maybe at Mercedes. Elsewhere, Zhou had some pretty strong pace throughout the weekend. Very, very consistent in the race, just quietly plugging away. Got himself right up towards the points. He could be in for a good season if he can keep that kind of form going. And then the big one, the Red Bull civil war that is starting to break out with continued fallout from the Horner investigation that was resolved on Wednesday, and then a day later there were the leaked WhatsApp messages that were supposedly authentic, but no way to verify that. And then on top of that, Jos Verstappen is now indirectly calling for Christian Horner's head on a platter, which leaves the team in a bit of a divide. You've got the Red Bull team itself with Horner and that camp, and then the other side you've got the Red Bull parent company with Jos Verstappen as a senior advisor, very much on the opposite side. And yeah, there's definitely a war brewing there. Someone is trying to get rid of Christian Horner. We don't know who, but someone is definitely orchestrating things to try and get rid of Christian Horner. Jos was asked if it was him. He outright denied it, obviously. I doubt he would even admit it, even if it was him. But yeah, he denied that. But he's putting his son in a position where his son now has to pick sides as well. He's not doing Max any favours. And Jos and Toto Wolff were seen talking together. Is Jos feeling out the possibility of an offer from Mercedes for Verstappen to go and drive there next year to replace Lewis? That would be very interesting. And it would also speak volumes about the faith they have in George. Because George would have to be subservient. There's no way he would get equal treatment. So, yeah, it's a very strange situation that's going on right now. And on top of that, there's more controversy as well. Again, kind of focusing a little bit on Alonso, although indirectly. Ben Sulayem, the current president of the FIA, is now under investigation for allegedly interfering with a steward's decision at the Jeddah Grand Prix last year. Alonso got a 10-second penalty for not serving a 5-second penalty properly. Apparently mechanics touched the car when they weren't supposed to in the 5-second penalty at the pit stop. And so he got a 10-second penalty for that. That was appealed and overturned. It seems as though Ben Sulayem was putting pressure on the stewards to change the decision. So that is now something that has been an official complaint has been submitted, or an official report has been submitted to the FIA Ethics Committee. So it's all kicking off at the moment in Formula One. It's been one of the most intriguing weekends for drama that I can ever remember. So many things all happening at once. Normally we don't get this kind of weirdness going on until silly season kicks in, around the mid-season break. But it's just, it kind of gone a little bit bananas in the opening weekend of the Grand Prix.
Trash was please. Understood.
It's going to make for some very interesting viewing over the next couple of races as things continue to shake out. I mean, Jeddah is this weekend, I think. Is it Jeddah that we're going to next race? Not sure where we're going actually. I think it's Jeddah, but it's this weekend coming. So the next Grand Prix is coming thick and fast. Not a lot of time for teams to catch their breath.
Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead. Caution through there.
All right, let's see. We don't get replays in practice very often.
Then at the 11th corner.
Oh, that is...
Hard at this point. And,
that's a reserve driver, I think.
Far from intentional, but there was contact.
No, 16. That is Leclerc.
Obvious who was
I thought it said number 14 on the car. So a little collision between Norris and Leclerc there.
And that's the checker flag.
All right, excellent session for Mick. We got him to within 1%. And hopefully that'll be a really easy fix. We've also got plenty of time on track as well, 44%. So we'll easily be able to get him up to 100% in the next session, assuming that we do get the setup movement the right way. It's going to be tough for Oscar, but hopefully we've got enough feedback to figure out whether his setup's going to work or not, or whether we're going to need to make further changes before quali. Speaking of, it's now time for sprint quali.
It's time to determine starting positions for the sprint race, here in qualifying.
In a format familiar to our drivers, 3 parts of qualifying will decide who sits where on the sprint race grid. A good performance today will give them a real advantage for the rest of the weekend.
Now, there's been a bit of talk lately about Oscar Piastri. Karun, how's he been doing?
It's interesting because they weren't that fast in practice. I'm not sure if this was a lack of pace or just the team trying different things, but I imagine we'll see their true performance soon enough.
Good point, Karun. Let's get on with qualifying.
Okay, so let's get the good bits in the car. Like I said, we're going to hold back the best engines we've got. The 71% will be good for tonight. We're going to use this ERS for quali and then continue using it in practice so we can then change it for the race itself, or the sprint and the race. We'll go with that gearbox. And I think I'll leave that in for the rest of the weekend now as well. Which way do I need to go? Oh, it's going to make me guess. I'm going to go to 0.5. Now, Oscar is going to have a rough quali. 56% is his best available engine tonight, saving the 70-odd% engine for Mexico and Vegas. So he's going to be slowish here. It's going to be very slow at Brazil, unfortunately, given the downforce requirements of that circuit. needs must, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the setup. It's still not right. Let's try that. And hope.
Green light. Start preparing for the lap. Copy. Okay, so let's concentrate on some tyre prep now. Copy.
I'm hopeful I can get both my drivers through in just one. Potential lack of pace here. We might need to run him again. We might even need to run Mick again, which would be bad if we need to run both cars twice. Both the Ferraris are out. Tsunoda's out on track as well. Magnussen followed us out of the pits. He's behind us on this straight. Verschoor is coming out as well. And now Leclerc as well. So a whole flurry of little activity in the pits. This could prove problematic for us as well. That's an interesting line.
So track is clear. It will be go one. Clear track ahead. So recharge off before the last corner.
At least we've got no one exiting the pits right in front of us. That's something. Let's keep an eye on where Oscar's going to catch that traffic. Evening cloud. First man through the first sector means automatic purple. Now we're going to get through before the end of the straight. No. This is not a great place to hit traffic. Did I enjoy the race besides Max dominance? It was a 3 out of 5 race for me. And that's taking Max out of the equation as well. I mean, there were some good moments, but it was not a lot of action on track. Most of it was just down to Leclerc having brake issues and a couple of excellent moves from Carlos Sainz. Beyond that, there wasn't a huge amount of action on track. All right, 134.5.
Delta stay negative.
And Mick,
Copy.
133.6, almost a second faster. 9/10 difference.
Procedures, please, will be coming in the pit entry. Copy.
Sainz's billing arc is going to be insane. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I think we're going to see a very aggressive Sainz this season for two reasons. One, he's going to stick two fingers up to Ferrari and say, should have kept me. And the other is him showing what he can do as he shops around for a new seat for next season. Oh, Magnussen's even quicker than Mick. I think we might have to run both our drivers again. I think 2 in the top 13 was perhaps a little optimistic tonight for quali. Not great laps for the Ferraris. Vashaw is quicker than them. Not a great lap for Yuki either. Or Leclerc. Wow. Why is everyone suddenly struggling? No reason why Perez should have struggled. Unless the car's bad. Russell's got a bad engine, so is Tsunoda. Oh, Leclerc's car's looking rough. Bad engine, bad ERS. Magnussen's got a nearly new engine, nearly new ERS. For sure, similar to Zhou. And that's the state of Oscar's engine. Not great. Alright, let's go out for another run. Evening, Daniel. I'll tell you, if anyone was coming through on a flying lap and they hit these two like this, that's their lap ruined. But that's about as close to the back of Verstappen as we could get for a slipstream. Which, given our lack of downforce and in particular Oscar's lack of power, is definitely something he's going to need.
So we should be good on traffic. So we can go. Good space at the moment. Good to push next lap.
Question now is, can Oscar stay close enough through here to get the benefit of the slipstream on the back straight? And I think the answer might be no. He has gone purple in the first sector, which is immediately beaten by Mick. Oh, he is close enough. Just. Despite our ailing car, we still have the highest top speed and the best DRS on the grid. But we are starting to struggle downforce-wise. Mick's on an absolute flyer right now. Alright, how much of an improvement can we get for Oscar? Up to 6th. Big improvement.
Currently P6.
Mick improves, but does not improve in the final sector.
Copy.
We might have inadvertently held him up there, but he's through with that time, and hopefully Oscar is as well. Where did Max end up in the end? Just ahead of Oscar in 5th. So that should be it for us for quali. Now it's a question of who's going to get knocked out. It's not looking good for Bottas and Sainz right now. Or Yuki. Yuki in danger. Even in refill. So Sainz is improving. Valtteri now starting his final flying lap. Is Yuki done? Yuki's done. Yuki's out. Wow, that's a surprise. Leclerc in danger. Leclerc crosses the line, does not improve. Sainz jumps up to 7th. Right, that puts Leclerc one away from getting knocked out. If Bottas can find enough pace, and he is improving, then Charles Leclerc will go out. Hell, if Maloney can find the pace, which is possible. Pourchaire up in 11th. Maloney on a personal best lap, crosses the line, does improve, goes up to 9th. Leclerc is out. Wow. At one point, a runaway leader in the championship, gone in Q1. Can Bottas get himself through and knock out Perez? He can. Well, he goes 6th. Second. 6/10 off Max, who put a mighty lap in there. Whew. But Perez is out now. So we're losing Perez, Leclerc, Stroll, and Tsunoda. That's 4 big names. Oh, and now Giovinazzi goes through. Perez manages to improve just across the line. He saves himself at the death. Wow, dramatic end to Q1 there. How you doing, Anthony? Let's see, can we keep both of our cars in? That will be a little bit tougher. Let's try giving Oscar a slipstream.
tyres.
Copy. Decent outlap, good scrubbing.
Copy.
So where are you racing tonight then, Anthony?
Track clear.
I don't think we're close enough.
Gap ahead is good. Let's go.
Should we avoid the Williams coming out of the garage? Oh, we might get a distant tow here. We are running very old tyres already. They wear out so quick at this circuit, the softs. There we go. That's our opening gambit. Not stellar times by any stretch of the imagination, but then when you're on tyres that cross the line at under 65%, it's not surprising.
Copy.
Let's get them back to the garage. We're going to go again on the same tyres, just to get that confidence a little bit higher before we put on brand new tyres.
Really start to focus on your brakes and front tyres.
Yep, copy. Let's get those brake tanks warmed up.
Copy.
We've got a Ferrari following us. Is that on an in lap or an out lap? I think it's an in lap. It is, and it's Russell. So yeah, these tyres now very worn. Not expecting much in the way of improvement, if any, on this lap. Be nice, but this is more about just getting that extra bit of confidence for completing another flying run. So that when we put on the brand new tyres, we'll be in the best possible shape. Given how slow Mick was, I would expect to see a small improvement from him, maybe. Like I say, it depends on how well the tyres hold on. They're going to be around 50% by the time we finish this run.
Clear track in front.
We're good to push next lap. You got a good gap ahead. You're good, you're good. Push now.
And we've got the whole track to ourselves, effectively. We're not going to come across traffic. We'll have just enough time to get back and put on some new tyres for the final run. No improvement in Sector 1. Kind of what I expected to see. And COTA is a bit like car. If teams run soft tyres, expect them to stop in the sprint. Or have very little grip. We're going to do what we did in Qatar. We're going to go on softs and try and save that extra set of mediums. And we're going to run really low pace settings and protect the tyres as much as we can till towards the end, where we open up and hopefully capitalise on everyone else's lack of grip. Alright, so there we go. A little bit of boosted extra confidence. Now we've got to run all the way back to the pits. Get some better tyres on.
Good luck, well done. So cool as much as you can. Lovely. Concentrate on the tyre warm-up as best we can. Happy.
Oh, that's a bit messy behind us. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with this at all, so Let's get Oscar to pull away.
Pick up the pace a bit. Copy. Use energy. Copy.
There we go. I think we've dropped the cars behind. Or the Williams at any rate. So Mick needs to find something special here. Got an Alpine in front, which will dive out the way.
You've taken the checkered flag.
Both drivers still improving, which they absolutely should be on brand new tyres. There comes Mick. Something big, please. There we go. Oscar gets up there as well. Oscar actually slightly quicker. Didn't expect that. There we go. Both cars are through. Very nice. Long way off the pace there, unfortunately, of Max, who is just on it this weekend. Setup. We got it to 93%. Let me try pushing the front wing up. See if we can get some improvement out of the car doing that. Let's see. We'll do a lap on these tyres and then 2 laps on brand new tyres. Or maybe just 1 lap, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, let's send them out.
Should be green.
Okay, let's concentrate on that warm-up.
Understood. Work the tyres. Copy.
Right, rest of the field's starting to make their way out. Don't worry, stream hasn't cancelled. I was just adjusting my microphone volume. Okay, then here we go.
Traffic at the moment.
Ah, we are going to have traffic.
Let's go.
Nice big gap ahead.
Who is that? Is that Bottas? It is.
So you're good to go.
And Magnussen. We're going to catch Bottas in an awkward place, I think. Actually, that's kind of worked out. Oh, no, that's bad. For both drivers. God damn it. Well, lucky we're on scrubs.
Currently sat in P1.
So, 135.0 and a 135.2. Those are not good times. At all.
P2
We lost a huge amount of time there.
It's a good lap. Make sure we're cooling the car.
So we are going to have to do 2 flying laps on the new tyres, I think. As a result of Valtteri getting in the way. Hopefully we can return the favour. Nope. He's going to get it nice and easy, look. Damn you, Bottas. Alright, a 133.5. That is way faster than we were able to do. Although extenuating circumstances, Sainz right up there. That's a quick time for Sainz. And the Ferrari suddenly have found some pace.
Good entry.
What's K-Mag cooking? Who knows?
Alright, let's stop on the marks. Wait for 2 seconds and switch off.
Those new side pods last month obviously made an improvement on the car, and maybe they've got the new rear wing here as well. Plus, I think he might be running a new engine. No, he's not. Wow.
Let's go there and set some lap times.
Copy. Maximum tyre and brake warming. Copy.
Yeah, not a great start to the first part of this session, given that we didn't get the chance to set good times or, you know, table topping times for very long. So our confidence is way lower than it should be for Oscar. Pretty good for Mick. Probably going to have to hustle on our cooldown lap just to make sure we get round in time to start another flying lap. A lot more traffic coming out than I was hoping for. Given that I was hoping there wouldn't be any, or maybe just one car, but two cars in close proximity could be a problem. One car isolated, not necessarily too bad, depends where we catch it.
Good to push.
Don't do a Bottas on us, please. No, we should get him on the main straight. Oscar goes purple. Right, move over Maxwell. Thank you. Oscar is flying. Just didn't quite have the pace at the final sector there. Let's tell Mick to move out of the way and let's give him the slipstream this time. We move out of the way for Max. There's Magnussen. Still on pole. Max is not up in the first sector. Norris is looking quick. He's getting a tow as well in the final part of the race, or final part of the lap. Norris goes fastest. And Max, I don't think improved.
So gap ahead is good. So you're clear to start your lap.
Clear track ahead.
We'll give a little bit of a boost here to Magnussen up to the line. Magnussen doesn't improve. So, a chance to try and steal pole position with Schumacher here. Who has a little bit more power at his disposal than Oscar. This is looking good. Is looking very good. It's all about what's going to happen here with Verstappen getting out of the way, though. Not an issue. Can Mick steal pole position? No, he can't. Ah, so close. Second place though, we're on the front row alongside Norris. Sixth place for Oscar, and that is far, far better qualifying than I was expecting. I thought we were really going to struggle here tonight, given the sweeping nature of the circuit and our ever-decreasing downforce against the rest of the grid. But our speed is still keeping us relatively competitive. Of course, qualifying is one thing, racing is another. And look at that, we did get some extra improvement out the car. We'll leave it at that. Let's not go chasing something that we can't really perfect. Going to give Mick some extra options. I'm going to run Mick on 2 stints. And that way we'll try and keep a set of hard tyres available for him. So Mick is, I think, our best chance of strong points tonight. Which is why I'm giving him kind of preferential treatment over Oscar.
Watch those curbs. Yeah, use the free air. Yeah, copy.
Oscar needs the time on track as well in this session, which is why he needs one long continuous run. Whereas Mick got a lot more clean running in the first part of practice because we got his setup nailed pretty much immediately. Whereas it was a real struggle with Oscar. So 2 runs should be enough to get Mick just about up to full confidence. Because we're just going to be changing tyres, slapping in a bit more fuel and sending it back out there again. which means we'll have that extra set of hard tyres available to play about with. Not so for Oscar, but again, the plan is to try and run soft tyres and really protect them like we did in Qatar. Hope that a lot of the rest of the grid's going to take soft tyres and then have to...
Steady through there, please.
Oh, that is a Williams off.
Yes, mate, all okay.
It's Joe. Big crash for Joe.
Virtual safety car. Keep the delta positive. Covered.
That's where he went off, I think. That corner. Car's been cleared, so we're not going to see him. All the replay, apparently. But yeah, given the high deg of the soft tyres on this circuit, if a lot of cars do start on softs, that means potentially a lot of pit stops. We didn't really see that in Qatar, which surprised me, but this, I would argue, is even more demanding on the tyres, this circuit, than Qatar is. And this is actually quite telling, looking at the wear rate of mixed tyres. I mean, these were used tyres that we put on his car. So let's see what he can do on the second set. That'll be a newer set. See what the wear rate's like there.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Boy, it's nice to see some issues for McLaren, given that we're fighting them.
Sorry, mate. Quiet.
So half an hour of the most conservative settings that we can run has still taken 50% of a tyre life. Maybe the softs just won't make it, no matter how much we look after them. All right, time to sprint.
This weekend, it's something a little bit different, as the Grand Prix grid is decided by more racing in today's eagerly anticipated sprint. Well, we're going racing a little earlier this weekend, with the sprint now set to define the starting order for the Grand Prix itself.
Points go to the top finishers in the sprint, and with no mandatory pit stops, it's all about the racing on the track.
But the question is, who will be the lone star in the sprint around Texas?
Yeah, if we're careful, might be able to make that work. Okay, let's see if we can pull off a really solid conservative racing job.
The grid is all set here in Texas for the 19 laps of today's sprint.
Always a popular event with the audiences in Austin. We're hoping to see drivers dueling it out around the circuit of the Americas.
Well then, folks, it's time to get going.
I'm seeing mediums.
Here in Texas for the sprint.
More mediums. Maybe some hards. I don't think anyone else is running the soft.
And away we go.
No, they're not. Oh, Joe is. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Can do. Yeah, go.
Got a yellow flag.
Crash out. Potential debris.
It's at the back. Yuki and Stroll having a little collision. That's damaged Yuki's wing.
And for the crew watching on...
Has it damaged tyres? No, it hasn't.
Everything you can be. Copy. Head down. We'll leave you to it.
All right, Oscar holds off Verstappen there, who's now under pressure
Sweet.
from Bottas, who dives up the inside.
Six.
And now we're immediately making moves on the Ferrari. And we got him. Good stuff. Oscar into peak confidence.
Lovely stuff.
That was lovely stuff.
Yeah, take it easy.
And we get past Sainz.
DRS enabled.
Oh, he's going for it. Ah, had to back out of it. Oh, no, he's still alongside. Now he backs out of it. And we've opened up a gap between Schumacher and Magnussen. Perez has got through against Max as well. No, he hasn't. It's Max was always in 7th. It's just because we got past Perez. And Sainz is through, up into 3rd. Sainz is definitely pushing, it's closing in on Mick very quickly.
Recharge on. Copy. Focus on bringing the pack back up. So you use the free air.
Couldn't quite get the dive done. And Schumacher is into the lead.
Bring the pack up.
Right, so the risk now is that Schumacher's tyres dip below operating temperature. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Norris had a look. Mick had him covered off.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
So recharge on.
Copy.
Everyone diving into the slipstream. Yeah, and don't Don't do any emergency manufacturing unless you absolutely have to. That's the key takeaway from this, this installment of the game. That will be the death of your, mid to late season car development.
Okay, recharge on.
All right, our tyres are in really good shape. And look at the difference of our tyres against Joe's tyres.
Let's go recharge on.
Okay. Recharge on.
Copy.
My hope as well is that we can help burn out Norris's tyres a little bit.
Recharge on.
Copy. Use energy. Yeah.
Chance to get Oscar past Magnussen here. There we go, moved on. 4th place for Oscar. And back into peak confidence. This sprint is going so much better than I thought it would. Norris coming under pressure from Sainz.
Let's go recharge on.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy. We need to focus on the energy now.
Overtake is available.
Yeah, okay.
Let's try and break away. And they see mixed tyres now just dipping.
Let's pick our pace up, let's go.
Copy.
The dirty air helps to keep the tyre temperature a little high, or a little higher, when we're running low pace settings like this, but when you're in clean air at the front, your tyres will cool down too much if you're not careful. We open the door for Magnussen, and we hold him off. Norris into Q3. Congrats, Anthony. that your first Q3 of the season?
And you are free to use the energy when you want.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Copy.
Okay, recharge on.
No, it's through Q1. Yeah, less to be excited about, but
Lovely stuff.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
prepared to give up the lead to Sainz here so that I can rebuild the battery and keep protecting the tyres.
All to play for still.
Anthony's running as McLaren. He's in his second season. Oh, and now Magnussen's getting past Norris. That is excellent news. Takes more points away from McLaren.
Alright mate, recharge on.
Copy.
So recharge on please.
Copy.
Magnussen might well get through here. But again, if he does, we will just continue to look after the tyres and rebuild the battery. In fact, let's encourage that.
Keep pushing, you're doing a good job. Stay cool, man, you're doing a good job.
Let's take a tyre check. So, tyres in better condition than Sainz's mediums. Oscar's slightly better than Magnussen's mediums. Joe has had to box. And Yuki has boxed at some point as well, by the look of it.
So keep pushing.
And there goes the bonus fuel.
Big lift now.
Things are looking pretty good for us right now. Keeping a watching brief in second place and fourth place, just building those batteries back up, ready to strike. Keeping our tyres nice and usable.
Recharge on.
Magnussen trying to get back into position. Let me see if I can get him here, so I can then get into the mixed slipstream.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Oh, Max has made a bit of a push. He's now up into fifth place. He's got past Perez and Norris. Perez falling back a little bit.
Bring the pack up.
And now we can go neutral battery with Schumacher. Oh, yellow flag, and that's Perez with a mistake.
I was off there.
Nice and steady through there, please.
Now this is Sergio Perez.
As are coming together
Barely any room to maneuver.
with Valtteri.
Oh, and the car's there, unable to keep out of each other's
George
way.
nips through.
Unfortunate moment,
That's
yes, but
damage
as any driver
to
will
Perez's
know,
wing.
This is an unforgiving sport.
His right front wing end plate is gone. Has that damaged Valtteri's tyres? It has. They're down to 48%. Will that be a penalty? No. Racing incident, apparently, as Mick retakes the lead. Sainz not giving it up.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
It is scary when drivers go wheel to wheel. You're just like, oh, don't tag my wheel, don't break my wing, don't spin me round.
Okay, mate, good job. No more lift and coast required.
Copy. Okay, energy's good. Focus on bringing the pack back up. Energy is available.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Easy as you like. Max trying to get fourth place from Magnussen.
Can we do lift and coast? Copy. We can just focus on charging the pack.
And now we are first and second. And this is going very well.
We need to focus on the energy now.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Max is going to make a move here on Sainz by the look of it. Norris has got himself back onto the Magnussen again. And Max not able to get through this lap.
Overtaking is available.
Copy.
Although it looks like he's going to have a lunge into turn one. Side by side, he's actually through before they even get up the hill. There we go, Max now into third place. Leclerc still all the way down is 17th. I think the title's over.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy. Use energy.
In fact, Max is pushing hard. He's closed onto Piastri already. Oh man, his tyres are in really good shape. He's been playing possum.
recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
2 laps.
All right, this will hopefully help get the temperature back into mixed tyres.
I don't want you fighting.
You should have just enough battery left.
Use energy.
Let's just keep it on the track.
Copy.
So, final lap of the sprint. Can we keep Max at bay?
No saving required.
He's looking very, very feisty. Don't have a lunge. Ooh, covered him off.
We will be swapping cars.
And despite our tyres running very, very risky right now, we are looking to secure a 1-2 in the sprint, which I had no idea that we were capable of tonight going into the start of this stream.
No more energy for now.
And there we go. That's a 1-2 in the sprint, and more importantly, we just locked out the front row for the race itself.
Piastri has just gone and won the sprint.
Okay, mate, that's the
So much
flag.
for the downward trajectory. And Leclerc still all the way down in 18th place.
And a brilliant sprint win for Oscar Piastri today.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
Look at that then, Oscar up 5 places. We did swap him over with Mick. We could have left them where they were, but I just wanted to try and keep Mick's tyres alive as much as I could, with Max charging up behind us. There was no favouritism at play there. That was purely a team decision for the points and keeping Max behind us. So 8 points for Oscar, 7 for Schumacher. That's 15 points earned so far in this sprint weekend against 5 from Norris. That puts us back ahead of McLaren in the constructors. However, the race is probably going to be a different story. And let's see and we keep McLaren behind us. Can we finish 1-2 again? That would be incredible, but unlikely.
The time has almost come for our drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
The Circuit of the Americas is definitely a track that rewards bravery on the brakes, just like when Lewis Hamilton passed Sebastian Vettel unbelievably late here to take the win in 2012.
How do you think Oscar Piastri is feeling as we get nearer to race time?
You know what, Crofty? They're performing well above what's been expected of them so far. All in all, not a bad place to be.
And it goes without saying that a lot can happen over the course of 56 laps. So prepare yourselves for all the action at the United States Grand Prix.
There we go. Just renamed the stream. Make it a bit more appropriate. Oh, Norris has binned it. No, Anthony. It's not happening for you, is it? Right. Strategy. Now, we do have that extra set of hard tyres available for Mick. So, we could go soft, medium, hard. We could go soft, hard, if we wanted to. Really sprint hard at the start. And go like that. Have plenty of tyre life available. However, it's not the quickest strategy on paper. It's a second slower than a soft, medium, hard. And that is the quicker strategy. Soft, hard, medium, hard, medium. So if we go with that strategy, just tweak it a bit more, get an extra second. And that way, if we get an early safety car, somewhere around about lap 30, 35, we've got another set of hards we can bolt on for Mick to see him through to the end. So that's the strategy we'll go with. We'll go with the same strategy for Oscar, but we've got less options. I think we've got an extra set of mediums. Let's have a look. So yeah, we've got an extra set of mediums as well as two sets of softs. In fact, let me explore a really sort of out there strategy for Oscar using just softs and mediums. How about a 3-stop? We would start him on softs, go medium, medium, and then another set of softs at the end. Could go really aggressive. What about soft, medium, soft, soft? We don't have the extra set of softs. You know what? I don't think I've ever done a three-stop deliberately on this circuit. Let's go for it. Let's give it a try. Right. Let's go with 2 extra laps of fuel. And let's see what we can do.
We're not far off now here in Austin as the drivers ready themselves for this 56-lap race. You and I won't be the only ones keeping an eye on Oscar Piastri, Carew.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
And it looks like we're good to go. Here we go. It's the United States.
Yeah, on paper it's quicker than Mick. Whether that works out that way or not is another matter.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
I do not want you fighting, as long as that's clear.
Max gets the jump on us off the line. And it's all over the back of Oscar already. Car's running a little heavy with the extra fuel. Norris on softs as well, as is for sure Gasly, Maloney, Tsunoda and Zhou. There is Max going around the outside of us. Yeah, given that Oscar's got that power deficit on top of our ailing downforce, what I want to try and do is keep Oscar's confidence nice and high. Now, the way for us to do that is to keep getting overtakes. So that means fighting through the field a lot. It's a risk, because if he gets stuck in traffic or he gets a bad stop, that ruins his strategy. But I do want to see if we can pull it off. It also covers off Max while when he sprints away. Mick will be quick on his strategy, but maybe not as quick as Max. This gives us a real chance to see how we do.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
So you can see there, Mick already dropping off the back, but Oscar is still all over the back of Max. How you doing, Baron? Now, there you can see the lack of downforce as Oscar is now almost a second behind just through that infield. Just gets back into the 1 second window. No DRS until the next lap.
DRS is enabled. Your P2 currently. Verstappen ahead of you. Car behind is Schumacher. Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Damn it, I dropped off the back of him already.
Copy.
Shouldn't have turned the battery off. My fault.
So take it easy in the fast corners.
Copy.
Let's calm those tyres down now.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy. Let's go recharge on, please, recharge on.
Copy.
Oh, Arsenal won their game in hand tonight, did they? Who were they playing? I can't remember. So that's 3 teams separated by just 2 points at the top of the table. Could be a tight finish potentially this year.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Copy.
How's the blades? Six 0. Yeah, that is a clinic. Saw an interesting stat earlier this season Liverpool and Manchester City's home records pretty much identical. Liverpool have scored 1 goal more and conceded 1 goal more. Everything else is identical. Same number of games played, same number of wins, draws, losses, goal difference. Just Liverpool have scored 1 and conceded 1 more. Yeah, it's a huge game, Liverpool City. Max is gone, and I don't think we're going to catch him. What I would like is to try and keep Mick in range of Norris, but I don't think I'm going to be able to stay with him either. No, I can't. Again, those soft tyres, just a bit too much. Need to take the temperature out of them actually, because they are melting a little bit.
Take it easy. Copy.
Let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
Right, Piastri's tyres coming down. Still a bit of work to do with Mick. It's vulnerable to Sainz it. Yeah, straight up the inside.
Okay, recharge on. Good job. Recharge on.
Copy.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Copy. And you can lean on tyres. Copy.
Keep your pace up.
Copy.
Yeah, Max is just so fast. Look how far ahead he is already. Oscar holding Norris back for now. So we're fighting for second and third in this race, unless something happens to Max. There's a big lockup for Valtteri.
Now we should be able to take a look here. Now this was Valtteri Bottas.
Did he
Things
just
are
miss
okay
the
at this
Ferrari?
stage. And the car just locks. They were just unable
How did he
to do
miss
much
that
about
Ferrari
it.
there? Looked like he went through its rear wheel.
Let's go recharge on.
Copy.
Sainz pushing on. He's almost on the back of Norris again. I think Norris will get through. No, he doesn't. Some excellent defending here from Oscar.
Let's recharge on.
Copy.
This time, though, he's going to try and go around the outside. And he gets the move done. Let's start charging that battery back up.
We need to focus on the energy now. Copy. Push a bit more. Copy.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
Okay, it's recharge on.
Copy. We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Max is just looking after his tyres beautifully right now. Not in any dirty air whatsoever. No pressure on him.
Okay, recharge.
He's going to just answer to a victory here tonight, I think. But we're still showing strong pace, much stronger than I thought we would actually have, which is very pleasing. Going to box Oscar this lap.
We're boxing this lap.
Copy. Off. Recharge on.
Copy.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Copy. need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yeah.
Use everything.
I want that overtake before we box. Get that extra boost of confidence for Oscar.
Take some free air.
Yep.
There we go. So, how far back is Oscar going to come out? He's going to come out at the back of the field. That's pretty much a given.
Yeah, copy.
.4, it's not a bad stop.
Clear on exit.
And there's Valtteri, last car in front of us.
Chart is good.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy. Okay, push. Let's go.
Copy.
And we're only 3 seconds off the back of the pack. That's pretty good. Get those tyres up to temp, start sliding our way through, hopefully. With fresh rubber, battery, and some fuel to push, we should be able to get people on the straight relatively easily. Nice is trying to push. Go with him.
Overtake is available.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, yellow flag. That is another Ferrari. That's Perez this time. No, Perez again. It was Perez last time. This time
But
it's
this
just a
is what
lockup.
happened. Now this was on the straight.
Has he fixed his...
The brakes couldn't cope.
No
And
wing
they
damage
ended
to
up
Perez.
their own
It was the
passenger.
sprint that he had that collision. So, Oscar's up a place already without even trying. And that puts him into peak confidence.
Alright, ready, push, push.
There's the state of the competition's tyres in front of us. And look at Max on 60% tyres. Looking very comfy.
You can use energy.
Yeah.
pull out to take some air on the straight.
Copy.
We need to cool the engine.
Copy.
And that is Bottas dispatched. Yuki Tsunoda up next. Just about getting back onto sights, and Norris. Just about keeping Kevin Magnussen behind. And Oscar immediately gets a move done on Yuki. Beautiful stuff.
Okay, so let's keep going.
Magnussen got us.
We need to do what we can to recharge the battery. Okay.
Back off. Back off now.
Sold him a dummy. Now we get the slipstream of Leclerc in front of us, who's still in 15th. Going to box Mick on the next lap.
Okay, so Norris stopped.
Lando into the pits along with Vasseur and Gasly. Going to try and go around the outside of Leclerc. Couldn't quite get it done, but now we've got the line.
Bring the pack up.
And there we go. He's through. Beautiful stuff.
Box this lap, box.
Copy for box.
All right, what tyres did they put on? Medium tyres for Norris, Vasseur, Gasly, Tsunoda and Zhou.
Use energy.
Not even a contest. He hasn't got his DRS open.
Sweet.
Okay, good job. And we are P11.
Russell got through. Unfortunate, but not surprising.
Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy. Copy for the tree.
Copy that.
And there goes Maloney into the pits and Stroll behind as well. Oh, excellent stop for Mick. 2.109. That's very good. That's Norris just disappearing into turn 1. Got a yellow flag.
So let's take a look at the replay. Now we're watching Esteban Ocon here. Oh, and they need to be watching those track limits. And they'll find themselves at a disadvantage if they keep on doing that.
So, let's see what Mick can do now in the rest of this run.
Use energy now.
Strategy certainly working for Oscar right now. In the chase for second, I still think we've got too much of a deficit to Max. Oh, I hate seeing them jerk like that. It just makes me worried that there's going to be a crash.
So you're good to push on tyres.
Got taken by the shore because our tyres are cold. Ocon dives into the pits, as does Valtteri.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Perez has pitted. Okay, recharge on.
Copy. You're good to push on tyres. Use energy.
Getting Albon here is a bit of a long shot, but we might be able to get him. Oh yeah, look at that. Smooth as you like, up the inside.
No energy.
And Sainz now into the pits. Has Mick done enough?
We can just focus on charging the pack. So focus on bringing the tyres down.
Don't think he has. Medium tyres for Sainz. Oh, it's going to be close. We're going to get him just. There we are. Oh. And we are struggling to keep up with Bashaw, who's on new mediums. No wonder. Giovinazzi's probably going to box this lap. And he does. No, he doesn't. He stays out.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Mick finally back in the DRS range. We're going to get Magnussen. So there's a very strong chance that those who have gone to another set of mediums will be going on to hards for the final stint. So we will have a pace advantage over them at that point.
Recharge on.
Copy.
And energy is available.
Oscar's getting so many overtakes.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
Next up is George, who will probably box before we get him. I'm surprised Giovinazzi has yet to stop. Same with Porsche. Russell is staying out. More for him means we'll overtake him.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yeah, we've lost quite a bit of ground to Norris, unfortunately, on these tyres. Hopefully we will blah, blah. Again, hopefully we will make that back up later.
Work on your PU cooling.
It's just an overtaking machine tonight, Oscar. But he's got another 20 seconds to make up, because he's got that extra stop to make. He'll be blisteringly quick on the final set of tyres, though. I think Max might be going medium, medium, soft, you know, given that he still hasn't stopped. Or he might be going medium hard for a one stop, which would be frightening if he's got that kind of pace on a one stop.
Russell's pitted.
He did a 141.6. Oh, that's a puncture. A puncture for Giovinazzi.
Giovinazzi has pitted.
He pushed his tyres too long.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
Copy.
Lift and coast.
Overtake is available.
I need to get past for sure now.
Keep pushing.
Not close enough on this lap, but I can close that gap back up and get him on the next one.
See if we can focus on recharge, please.
Wow, Norris came out of nowhere.
level DRS.
Copy.
Back off.
Oh wow, the shore is on a charge. Just left me for dead in that mid sector there.
Okay, mate, no more lift and coast needed.
Yeah.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Max finally boxes. So, is he going for a set of hards for a one stop? Going soft. That's telling me he's going medium soft soft. Oh wow. That is some scary pace if that's the case.
Tyres.
And it's not working for Mick. These hard tyres, once again, just killing us. Whatever reason, our car just does not like hard tyres.
Wow.
Okay, mate, let's keep with him. Recharge on.
Copy.
You've got energy. Bring the pack up.
Yeah, this set of hard tyres is killing Schumacher.
Copy.
Damn it.
Use energy.
Copy.
Gasly was on a quick lap that last lap as well to close up to the short.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
And Gasly makes the move on Bashore. Pushing these tyres much harder than I want to, but we just need to get off them. And I can't stay with Norris.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Max is coming. He's coming fast.
do everything you can, mate.
Keep the pressure on, mate.
Copy.
Just keep your head down, keep pushing.
Oh wow! How did we not get that overtake done?
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Max just breezed past us, didn't even see it. So he's already dropped us and is all over the back of Norris. One more lap for Oscar and then we're boxing him for a new set of mediums.
Box this lap.
Copy, box.
I'm worried
We need to
for Mick
focus
now.
on the energy now.
The fact that we just cannot get past for sure.
And recharge on, recharge.
We're getting held up. There's no question of that. And we're overheating our tyres as well. Right, this time.
Pull the car.
Copy.
Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
Recharge on, please, recharge on.
Copy.
Back off now.
Copy. Cars can pit that.
So, where are we going to feed back in?
Copy.
It's too early to box Mick. I think he's too far back. We've got to stick with the strategies on. There we go, a 2.1 second stop. That's nice.
You're going to be tight with Albon.
Let's push, come on.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Yeah, if I were to box Mick now, he'd be out just in front of Perez. With another stop to make after that as well. That's too far back. Almost got him back onto Gasly. If I can just get him there. and it'll be okay.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Big lift off.
Copy.
Let's get close as we can.
I think we just missed the DRS. No, we got it. Excellent.
Let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Understood.
Let's go recharge on.
No saving required.
Yeah. Copy.
Use energy.
Okay. Sweet.
Good job.
Recharge on, please.
Damn it, mix dropped off again. Ugh.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Overtaking is available. Alright, mate, recharge on.
Copy.
Slow now.
It's this first sector that's killing Mick every time.
Use energy. And we need some big PU cooling. Let's try and get past them. Focus on bringing the pack back up. Use energy.
Right, there we go. It's one Alpine done.
Lovely stuff.
Good job, come on, mate. You're P11. Bring the pack up. Lift and coast 12. Used energy.
Definitely going to be avoiding using hard tyres at Mexico. I think it's just because our downforce levels aren't good enough to make the hard tyres work.
Shows pitted.
We have a look up the inside of Sonoda and we get him. To try and get back in front of Gasly. We've got better tyres than he does.
Recharge on.
Go.
Copy.
Oscar's nearly caught back up to Mick already.
Tyre conditions good, we can push a bit more.
God damn it, Gasly got us again.
So recharge on.
Copy.
Come on.
We'll push his tyres like this now for the rest of the stint and bring him in a few laps early, I think. Oh, yellow flag. For sure, having a bit of a wobble. Oh, and Oscar just sails around the outside of Bottas, sorry, Sainz there. That was beautiful.
Then I will be swapping cars.
Damn it. Hoped I'd turn that off quickly enough. Yeah. That did not do us any favours. Trying to protect his confidence from getting overtaken by Oscar. Left the door wide open for him to get overtaken by Russell, unfortunately. Oh, wow. Late break there from George.
Let's recharge on.
Copy. Use everything.
Okay, Albon has boxed.
All right, that'll take a little bit of the pressure off from behind us. Norris on for some big points again. Going to be stopping again soon. Whatever tyres he goes on to is going to dictate how this race goes. It's probably going to be a set of mediums. And that'll dictate whether or not we've got enough pace to take second place from him with Oscar. I think Mick's chance of a podium is pretty much gone now, unfortunately. Unless something special happens in the final stint. But on current evidence, that's not looking that likely.
We need to focus on the energy now. Back off now. Russell has boxed.
Sonoda leaving the pit lane now.
See if we can push up. Recharge on.
Oh, damn it. It's a lock-up for Mick.
Let's keep pushing.
And that's killed those tyres.
Went too quick. So annoying.
So we just have to be very careful on those mediums now. Can't put it back on those set of hards. He just doesn't have any pace on them.
Copy the box.
Recharge on.
Copy.
All right, Norris is in. He started on the softs, then went medium, so this will probably be mediums again. I'd like it to be hards. It's not. It's mediums. Oh, and it's a bad stop. It's a bad stop.
Okay, mate.
And he only just got released. Oh, yeah, very bad stop for Norris there. Not a great stop for Gasly either. Solid, if unspectacular work from our pit crew. way down in 16th place now.
Let's go recharge on. Copy.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Copy.
Keep your pace up.
Copy.
Sweet.
Good job. P2.
Max is in. What tyres is he going? He's going medium, so he's gone medium, soft, medium. And he's got a bad stop. It's not going to help us win the race, but nice to know that Red Bull are fallible.
Magnussen has now stopped.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Copy.
Max comes out right behind Oscar. Well, maybe there's a chance for us to try and stay with Max for a couple of laps. But somehow I doubt it.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Okay, push. Let's go.
Copy.
Yeah, look at that. 1.6 seconds behind across the line. We've got a 12.5-second lead over Norris. We are going to have to stop again, so we're going to have to hunt Norris back down again. Ocon is going to be stopping again.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Now we need to get after the Astons. Wow, look at that. Look how much we've fallen back. We were 1.5 seconds behind across the line. Max has pulled out another 2.2 seconds on us on this lap alone. 1:36.3. 2.3 seconds quicker than us.
Okay, recharge on. Recharge on.
Norris has caught the back of Ocon. And Ocon's doing a solid job holding him up for us. I've been steadily banking some spare fuel to really go for it with Oscar when he puts his final set of softs on. Got a bit of a train behind Perez, and that's a crash.
I was off there.
Who has crashed?
Debris.
Oh, it's Norris and Ocon. Oh, it's damage to Ocon. Norris is doing his best impression of a phone sex pest. And he's through. Don't know if he's damaged his tyres though. I think he might have done. Ah, yes. Thank you. Really enjoyed getting that platinum. Still going to keep playing the crap out of that game. I absolutely love it. Anyway, I love the first one. This one's just better in all regards.
And you are free to use the energy when you want. We can just focus on charging a pack.
Copy.
Ah, I was looking at the wrong driver. Shit. It's Mick. Whoops.
Let's go recharge on, please. Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Gonna go one more lap with Oscar and then box him.
Get going.
Oh, getting dive bombed.
Let's pick our pace up, let's go.
My Giovinazzi, Jesus. Take that place back, thank you very much.
Recharge on, please, recharge on. More lift and coast, please, in each zone.
Box, box.
And that Ferrari finally gets out of the way. Yeah, the two stoppers worked pretty well for Oscar. We were never going to be able to challenge Max, I don't think. But we'll have a good fight hunting down and catching and passing Norris. We'll be on him hopefully within a few laps once we come back out again. It's a question of where we can get Mick back up to now. He's definitely on the back foot, but his confidence is nice and high. Chance to go round the outside of Gasly, maybe. Come on, go for it, go for it, go for it.
Okay, mate, let's do our best to catch up to Gasly.
Off, go pit lane.
Copy that.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
All right, so needs to be a good stop. .1, that is a good stop.
Some more lift and coast, please, a bit more in each zone.
Caution well on exit. Look after front tyres.
Yep.
Okay, it's recharge on. Keep me cool, it's all good.
Another yellow flag.
Let's push, come on.
Ocon running wide. Where is Ocon? Down in 16th. Ah, damn it. Gasly's got the slipstream.
Energy is available.
Copy.
So, fastest lap attempt here.
Let's go recharge on. No lift and coast required from our side at the moment.
Might be tricky given the traffic that we're fighting. Let's ease off. So at this point we're going to be quicker in clean air than we are stuck behind these two.
Keep looking after these tyres.
Yep.
Use energy.
Copy.
Can we get them both? Oof. Jeez, we almost nearly didn't get Zhou. Almost got collected by him.
Lift and coast is required for temperature.
If you can push a bit harder and try and get up to him, let's see.
Now we'll go for the fastest lap.
Sweet.
Good work.
Let's look after these tyres. Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
We didn't go purple in the first. That's not a good sign. Because we had battery, fuel, DRS, full tyre push, and it wasn't enough. We don't have DRS in the middle sector either. We are purple in the middle. And we should be purple in the final as well. This had better be fastest lap, because I can't do this again. There it is, a 134. 134.1. Lovely stuff.
Back off a bit. Back off.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge on.
Oh, man. Mick is just not having a good race.
Wow.
Just keep going.
And we're now just 4 seconds behind Norris. There he is.
Need to focus on getting the pack up. Bring the pack up.
We definitely got the strategy wrong with Mick tonight. He's going to struggle to get solid points. Let's have a look. I mean, Russell is definitely available. I don't think we're going to be able to get back onto Zhou, though. We've got to get past these guys at the moment, though. And these are killing us right now.
Overtake is available.
Understood.
Okay, so let's cool the car now.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Copy. Lean on the tyres as much as you can. Maybe just take it easy on the straight. Use energy now.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
Focus on bringing the pack back up. We need to focus on the energy now. We need to look after the tyres.
We need to push up, please. Okay, mate, and let's cool the car.
Copy.
Ah, come on, Mick.
Okay, mate, so let's look after these tyres.
All right,
Lift and coast required.
we've got past for sure.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
I've deliberately
6 laps to go.
tried to drive a little slower to let Magnussen get involved here because I want Magnussen to try and get past Norris.
Do the best you can.
Take more points away from McLaren. Now I'm going to try and leave them for dead.
Let's see if we can focus on recharge, please.
Copy.
Lift and coast into 12.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please. Come on.
All right, 7th place is available if I can get the moves done. Just struggling with that right now.
5 laps to go.
There we go. We've left Norris and Magnussen behind. Magnussen is making the move, which is what I was hoping for.
Recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, excuse me. Evening, Army.
No more DRS.
Copy.
Yellow flag, that's behind us.
I was off there.
Bottas has hit someone. Oh, he's hit Yuki. Just tapping wheels.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
And then there's a penalty for Yuki. Oh, Bottas has a puncture. Oh, he's got a long way to go back to the pits.
It's 4 to go.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Okay.
I'm in two minds whether to push Oscar to break him away from Magnussen and Norris, who have closed the gap up by a second, or let Magnussen catch up and get the DRS and hope that I can stay ahead of him. Not sure how I want to play that yet. Oh, god damn it, Mick.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Oh, Magnussen has caught up. I think he's dropped down Lando as well. He has. I better drop him.
Big lift now.
There we go.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
First race of the season, it was all right. I mean, as I said earlier, there wasn't a huge amount of action. It's just a lot of drama this weekend. I'm curious to see. Oh, for God's sake, Mick, again. I'm curious to see what the fallout's going to be between Tsunoda and Ricciardo.
No lift and coast required.
Yeah, copy.
W15 doesn't look that fast. Well, they got the cooling calculations wrong, so they had to do a lot of lift and coast, which cost them, by their reckoning, about half a second a lap. Plus, George had battery problems, and Lewis also had a broken seat. So expect to see a bit more pace from them going forward. Plus, don't forget, they're at the start of effectively a new car cycle. So they will find performance, you know, at a pretty quick rate as the season develops.
Think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Copy.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Copy.
Recharge on, please, recharge on.
Copy.
Should be last lap.
Let's go recharge on.
Copy.
Right, those two scrapping in front helps for me to try and at least get one of them. I don't know if I'll get them both.
Use energy.
Alright, buddy, push, push.
Copy.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Do I think they'll fight for the podium? Yeah, I do. Maybe not immediately, but at some point this season. I think they've got a chance maybe of getting a win as well. You know, like I said, they will find performance at a faster rate than some of the cars around them because they're at the beginning of a car concept. So the gains that they can find are going to be much more than the gains of a team like Ferrari, who are in the third year of their concept, or Aston Martin, who are like in the second year of their concept. You know, they will find performance at a quick rate. So yeah, I expect them to be in a position to fight as the season progresses. And this is the longest ever season as well, 24 races. So yeah, they've got a chance of winning races this year. Lewis was saying after qualifying as well that he went a bit more conservative with his car setup, hoping to improve his race pace at the expense of his one-lap pace. And then with the issues he had in the race, never really got the chance to show that.
That was an excellent performance. They set out with a great strategy and it paid off with an impressive podium finish.
It's hugs all round for the team. In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved. With such a strong performance from Piastri, there's no denying that he's earned that place on the podium today.
They've scored their 6th podium of the season. It's proving to be a strong year.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your podium for the United States Grand Prix.
And Magnussen kept Norris off the podium as well. So that's even more points earned over McLaren. We're back in second. We should be falling down the order a bit now, but another podium.
Of that race, do you think?
They'll certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
And with that, our time in Texas now draws to a close.
We're nearing the end of the season and it's time for some serious heat. Stay with us as Formula One moves to Mexico City.
Well, there we go then. Confirmation of the final result. A win in the sprint And the second place in the race for Oscar, a fantastic result. Got the fastest lap as well. The 3-stop really worked out for him. Yeah, very, very pleased with that. If we'd have done the same with Mick would have had a better afternoon, I think. But we chose to go a different way with Mick, and given our car's lack of downforce, I think hard tyres are just the kiss of death for any strategy we go with. So we have to try and avoid them where we can going forward. Let's see. Magnussen up 3 places to take the final step of the podium. That's big points for Williams, especially when you see Zhou up 14 places to finish in 6th place. What a result for Williams this weekend. Norris down in 4th, gets 12 points for McLaren, but they will lose ground to us by a significant margin in the championship this weekend. Gasly in 5th, Sainz in 5th, Gasly up 5 places to finish in 7th, ahead of Albon up 8 places. Not a great race for Mick, as I say. Those tyres really did hurt him. Russell down 3 places to get the last point for Ferrari. Giovinazzi almost getting himself back into the points, which would have been nice for Alfa Romeo. And Vasseur still reasonably close there as well. He was a bit of a pain for us this race earlier on. Bad race for Ocon, down 4 places. Leclerc did recover 3, but his race weekend has been a nightmare. No points for him. His title chances against Max are pretty much over now, I think. Sergio Perez also having a bad race, down 6 places. Maloney not having a great race, and Bottas down 12 and lapped in the end because of that puncture in the collision with Tsunoda. Although he wasn't really having a great race before then. Let's have a look at the standings. There you see Max now with another 31 points this weekend has a 68-point lead over Charles Leclerc with just 4 race weekends to go, one of which is a sprint at Brazil. So it's looking like Max is going to take the title. Charles was so fast in the first half of the season, and then it just fell away from him, unfortunately. Norris still in 3rd place, picks up 17 points this weekend. Oscar picks up 27 and is hunting him down, 24 points behind him now. Mick gaining another 9 to stretch away from Yuki with a nice 37-point lead. Ocon in 7th misses the opportunity to get to jump over Tsunoda, also not scoring any points himself, so still the 6-point gap between the two of them. Gasly and George both scoring a few points, pull away from Stroll in 10th. At the bottom half of the table, there you see Sainz up 2 places with his 14 points onto 54 now. Magnussen jumping 2 places with 18 points onto 52, tied with Pourchaire and just 2 behind Sainz. Good points for Zhou, although he still drops down a place because his teammates scored so many. He's just 2 points behind Perez. That would be embarrassing for Ferrari if both Williams finish ahead of one of their Ferrari drivers. Albon gets a few points to stretch away from Bottas, who again is also having a miserable season at Mercedes. And it's still just Giovinazzi who is yet to score. In the the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull, already Constructors' Champions, get another 31 points tonight. We move back above McLaren. They got 17, we got 36. Nearly double more than double their point haul this weekend. So we now have a 13-point lead in 2nd place. This is fantastic news. And let's see, a bit further down, Aston stretch away another 2 points from Alpine. Ferrari, who were in 4th, are now a distant 6th with only just 3 points scored this weekend. They are now 29 points behind Alpine. Williams are closing fast. 26 points means they're on 95. They are just 31 points behind Ferrari, and on current form, got to say they're going to get them. Mercedes moved back up into 8th place with their 15 points, but they're a long way off Williams and only 5 points clear of Haas, who didn't score tonight. Just the 2 points for Alfa Romeo sees them stay bottom. In the pit stop challenge, we had the fastest 2 stops ahead of Charles Leclerc in Red Bull and Max all the way down in 9th with a 2.46. So we are going to once again stretch our lead in the pit stop competition. And there you see on 638 against 533, we are now 105 points clear of Red Bull with 4 race weekends to go. Looking good. It's looking good for title number 3 in the pit stop challenge. Mercedes move above McLaren by 3 points. That's good for them. That's something that they can have some pride in this year. Still no points in the competition, though, for Haas at the bottom there. And there are our stops, a 2.1 and a 2.4 for Mick on his 2-stop, Oscar on his 3-stop, a 2.4, a 2.1, and then a 2.1. Some very, very good stops from our team tonight. Let's take a look at the driver report cards. Oscar's is going to be a monster overtaking stat, I think. Mick, across both the sprint and the race, 15 successful overtakes, 15 failed, 23 successful defences, 20 failed. The middle stint on the hard tyres was the kiss of death for his race weekend, unfortunately. Otherwise, his overtaking stat might have been a bit higher, his failed would have been a bit lower, and his defence would have been a bit better, and his failed would have been a lot better as well, I think. Right, now comes the big one. Oscar. 32 successful overtakes, 18 failed, 15 successful defences, just 9 failed across the whole weekend. He has been a monster this weekend in a car that had no right to be where it was, considering his engine is pretty much cooked. So very, very pleased with Oscar, and I'm now really looking forward to seeing what he can do in Mexico. As far as the sponsors go, we got the finish position streak done. We also got 2 cars in the top 10 and 1 car into Q3. Well, no, the incentive was 2 in Q3. Bonus, very nice. As for the guarantees that we made, we got both cars into Q2 and both cars in the top 13 in qualifying. So on top of our base rate, we get an extra 1.2 mil for 4.3 and 5 overall. So checking our inbox, once again, we're getting warned about the cost cap. We are getting very close to that. We've got more car part failures. We've got an underfloor has failed. Do I have any spares of that model? No, I do not. Front wing's going to fail. Suspension's going to fail. A rear wing has failed. And a front wing has failed. We've got plenty of spare front wings. Right, so hopefully we won't have any major issues. We could do with an extra side pod, I think. Yeah, let's make 1 extra side pod. Only got 2.1 mil left in the cost cap after this. Okay. So I've got enough for 1 more research project by the time one of these rolls around. It's not ideal. I'd like a little bit more, but we'll make do with what we've got. Let's just accelerate time, ready for Mexico. There we go. And that is it. What a round. I was really expecting horrible things tonight, and we kind of got that with Mick in a way. I mean, we managed his tyres really well in the sprint and brought him home in 2nd place behind Oscar, but just wasn't able to make the 2-stop work with the hard tyres. So we will not be running hard tyres in Mexico. Absolutely not. It'll be softs and mediums the whole way. For both drivers, and we'll have to see what we can do in Brazil. Maybe, just maybe, we look at trying to do something similar, like a 3-stop with softs and mediums in Brazil, because we are going to struggle in Brazil. Absolutely going to struggle. We'll be really quick in the first sector and the final sector, but the middle sector is going to be hell for us, I think. And if we're not close enough at the end of the middle sector to get the DRS on the main straight, we're going to be vulnerable to the cars behind. So we could go backwards quite a bit in Sao Paulo. Hopefully we'll be okay. But we've got Mexico to go first. If we get there with a car that is still the quickest in a straight line and still has a mighty DRS, then we have every chance with that huge main straight and the DRS following it straight afterwards as well after the chicane to really get some good overtaking done. And with an aggressive two-stop strategy, when hopefully most of the field will try the one-stop, we could be very quick indeed. We will be putting our best engines in for that race as well. So can we possibly challenge for the win in Mexico? Find out tomorrow night, usual time, 8 p.m. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.